We have many amputations, head injuries, and of course for a hospital in this situation to have every day more and more disaster patients coming in, it's extremely difficult to handle.
How you are coping?
I'm not coping, the Palestinians are coping. And the Palestinians do all they can. The patients have to wait a long time for surgery, and they are dying waiting for surgery. So this is a complete disaster.
We have provided the GPS coordinates of every single one of our locations. They are clearly marked with UN insignia, flags flying, lights shining on the flags at night, and so on. It's very clear that these are United Nations installations.
The Israeli army, in private briefings with diplomats, is admitting that the firing that came out of Jabalia yesterday, the militant fire, was not from within the UNRWA school compound. It was from outside the UNRWA school.
Queen Rania.
This is the message I am sending world leaders. Our humanity is incomplete when children, irrespective of their nationality, are victims of military operations.
The Norwegian aid community. Today they both returned to Egypt from Gaza. We're here in the rather surreal surroundings of the nearby town of El Arish, and I'm glad to say that Dr. Mads Gilbert can join us. You look exhausted. Tell us what it's been like.
Well, I think we could sum it up by saying it's been a living hell for the Palestinians. We have survived. I've been to many wars. We were both in Beirut in '82, but I think we have concluded that we've never seen anything like this. You've all seen on the television the entrance to Shifa Hospital. That's where we've been working. They carry the wounded in their hands, in private cars, in ambulances, and they come in masses. One day we had 120 casualties, one day 130 casualties, and it's just terrible. And it's, you know, you have to sort them. Who are the dyings, who should not be treated, who are the walking, lucky, wounded ones, and who are those with salvageable injuries. You see some terrific, awful, terrible amputations, often very high, looking like the explosion comes from the ground and up, often amputations all up to the hip.
She's saying, goodbye to you, my son. They're liars, they're liars. They're not just after Hamas, they're killing everybody.
Israel calls itself a great nation, says this grief-stricken man. This is the measure of its greatness.
Is it not an incontrovertible fact that Olmert, Livni and Barak are mass murderers and war criminals? Yes, and they bring shame on the Jewish people.
So many tens of thousands of people have no homes, nowhere to go, and have nothing.